Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, a channel dedicated to uplifting and enhancing your spiritual well-being. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Elle. I am an intuitive card reader, clairvoyant, and psychic medium who likes to bring messages to you so that you can navigate these energies so that you respond instead of react, which will lead to more positive and beneficial outcomes for you and your situation. Today is February the 9th, and I want to talk about the astrology. I have two aspects that I want to kind of dive into just a little bit so that we know what energies that we are experiencing from the cosmos and how they may affect us. And then I would like to cleanse and clear the space, and I invite you to join me for a tarot reading where I pull out some guidance and details to help you make an informed response so that you get the best benefit from these energies. So let's dive in to the two aspects that I want to share with you from the astrology. The first aspect is the sun in Aquarius is conjunct Mercury. Now this is happening at 20 degrees, and that is in numerology a 2, and 2s to me are decisions or conclusions. The second aspect is Mars retrograde in Cancer is trining Saturn in Pisces. Now, Cancer and Pisces are both water signs, so this could be something emotional. So what I get from these energies is that something that happened last September, and that there was some issue, set of circumstances, or just an event that in some way triggered an emotional response. And you may not have come to a deeper conclusion or understanding at the time. So now we're going to revisit that. And what we're going to do is get this moment of clarity, insight, deeper understanding, awareness about what happened. And then we're going to formulate a new conclusion. Now, this could be a totally opposite conclusion, or it can just be a variant of the original conclusion, but it's going to be more aligned with your present set of circumstances. And it kind of culminates and brings everything together. And the caveat here is you're going to want to share this. So you're going to want to broadcast this. You're going to want to send a message where you have that aha moment and you're like, oh gosh, I really understand that more clearly now. And this is going to bring together some of the disparity that happened during that event. It's going to kind of smooth the surface. But moving forward from this moment of clarity and this deeper understanding, this new conclusion, you're going to want to make sure that your actions are now aligned with that conclusion. So whatever was the triggering agent or the antecedent from that September event, you're going to want to make sure that you bring your actions into alignment so that we now move forward instead of repeating that event. Okay, so that is the astrology, the energies that I think that you will experience with the most salient aspects of the astrological features of today. And now I'm going to cleanse and clear the space, and then I'm going to pull this tarot reading so that I can give you the best guidance, suggestions, and strategies so that you can respond instead of react and create more beneficial and positive outcomes. So I am going to start with the Sacred Traveler Oracle by Denise Lynn. I will use messages from the guides by James Van Praagh. I'll also be using the Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Law and The Secrets of the Tarot. And then I have a few other decks on hand that I will pull from as indicated by the reading. So thank you for joining me. If you find this reading helpful, if you wouldn't mind liking it, and thank you for all of the likes, and I'm just picking up on an energy as I picked up the Oracle deck. And yeah, embracing enthusiasm. We saw this card earlier. Shout out to the heavens with happiness, and you're protected by angels. You are cherished by the angel. This to me looks like Archangel Michael. And this is something about that clarity. All right. The energy that I was picking up on when I picked up the Oracle deck, and it just kind of hit me like a bolt of lightning, kind of, you know, like that static charge. It kind of felt like that moment of clarity, but it felt like it was really having to do with a reaction and a response. The reaction was in September, and now you're going to have that clarity and say, in the future, I really want to respond. I see the difference between the reaction. It was almost like there was this sudden impulse. And that's what that little static charge lightning bolt felt like. It was like this impulsive decision. So I don't know your astrology from your natal chart, but it feels like there was an rash, impulsive decision that led to some unsettling. That's why I got that smoothing over energy. I feel like there was some sort of rash, impulsive decision that was made, or a reaction that occurred in that September energy, and now we're going to be kind of confronting it. It was very confrontational energy. All right, let me switch the camera for you so you can see. And so we have these two cards here. Embracing enthusiasm. We have the butterflies for transformation. We have this person really looking with this beaming face, but here's the almost a stern, and you can see the faces are very similar, although this is it looks like an archangel to me. It doesn't have to be, but it's almost like there's, you know, facing things head on. This stern, there's a sternness to this energy, and it's almost as though that, you know, that electrical charge I felt was, you know, more of a harsh truth that maybe you didn't consider when there was this original event or reaction. I'm really getting a impulsive, rash, reactionary energy, and I really feel like that's why this is an important reading for some of you, because it feels as though, you know, the astrology is trying to give you a heads up on how to handle this. Okay, so know your truth. That's got to go here. Archangel Michael is the Archangel of Truth. I felt that come in as I pulled that card, and this is about that clarity, that aha moment. It's something about, it's a modification to your truth. And follow the golden rule. Now, the golden rule is do unto others as you would have others do unto you. So that's a pretty important aspect here, because I think it relates to that circumstance, that rash, impulsive reaction. All right, let's see. This is a deck by Jennifer Walker called The Eye of Zen. It's a romance oracle. This is about an ex-partner, an unfinished love connection. This situation may involve an ex. So I feel like this is something coming back. There was probably a breakup last September. So if you were in a relationship last September and there was just kind of like a blow-up breakup, then I feel like you're going to be revisiting that. And there's a letter. There's that message I said that you're going to want to broadcast or send a message. It's going to be like somebody's going to send a text message, somebody's going to reach out and just say, look, that was just kind of silly. I'm sorry. Or there could be an apology, but I think the energy is appropriate now for this to be revisited. So I feel like you're going to be getting a message, or remember, this is a general read. So it may be that you're the one sending the message. All right, let's get started on the tarot reading. Remember, this is the Shadowscapes Tarot. I do not read reversals. There's that Nine of Swords. Definitely, okay, there's the Emperor. Nine of Swords energy is Gemini energy. Could be dealing with a Gemini. But with this Emperor, I feel like you're more likely dealing with possibly an Aries. That's that Mars retrograde energy. Not a surprise they show up. But it was almost like this is... okay, so there's an element in the astrology about kind of an authoritative, it's almost like guidance, guidelines, boundaries, or limits that's going to help you align those actions. It's almost like you feel as though there's a deeper understanding about what somebody else is going to tolerate. Okay, there's the Ten of Swords, more Gemini energy, more air energy. And then the Seven of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. Kind of like grounded. This is definitely taking time. The Seven of Pentacles is not rash and impulsive. I feel like this is kind of taking command of that rash and impulsive decision or set of circumstance. And then we have the Eight of Wands, of course, which is Sagittarius energy. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, so what I'm getting is the Eight of Wands to me is usually something moving forward, some sort of communication and opening up of the energy. And of course, now we see that as we know that there's going to be some communication, but it's not going to be rash and impulsive. This is going to be a well thought out response with this Emperor here. Now we have the Ten of Swords here, and I feel like this is referring to the original situation. And the Nine of Swords is the unsettling feeling that has left you with. So looking back with this 9 and 10 of Swords, it's kind of like we need to close out that situation. So now we are revisiting it. This is probably something that happened in September. Doesn't have to be, especially with this Emperor here. It could have been of March or April of last year, but I'm feeling like with the astrology, it's somewhere in September. So let's just say somewhere between March and September of last year. If you had some sort of relationship that ended abruptly with some sort of rash, impulsive reaction, then you're probably going to revisit that. And then these two energies are going to close out. There's going to be a more mature outlook on the situation. And I feel like that's going to be that smoothing over. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is kind of this new, this is a new fresh start. It's a new approach. It's a new way of doing things, and it's going to be manifesting something a little more solid and grounded. I'm going to pull 3 more, and then I'll use the other deck. Okay, Queen of Wands. That Queen of Wands is more Aries energy. So, you know, we have a lot of Aries energy here. Could be, both of you may be fire signs. Don't have to be. may have strong Aries presence in your chart. There's the Three of Swords. Now that is definitely the card that I felt when I pulled this card, was the Three of Swords, that there was some sort of a impulsive breakup. I feel like with that Queen of Wands, it was a fiery, kind of a heated argument. And I'm not going to say a misunderstanding. I think it was just a confrontation where neither one felt comfortable in resuming the relationship. But now there's that epiphany. There's the Ten of Pentacles, kind of grounding all of this fire energy. I'm seeing, my guides are showing me like a lightning bolt being grounded into the earth. And then there's the stability that comes after that. The atmosphere isn't so electrically charged, is what I think they're trying to tell me. So I think that when you have this, when you get this message or send this message, when the epiphany moment comes and there's a retrospective energy, looking back, it was like, yeah, I kind of overreacted to that. Or there was just an impulsive, fiery conversation, and then it just kind of abruptly ended. It was like there wasn't any discussion after that, so it was kind of left hanging. Seven of Pentacles again. So this is working through that frustration. Ace of Cups, here's this new emotional understanding, kind of this new, it's a new emotional. Remember, we've got both aspects of Mars and Saturn in water signs. So I feel like this is kind of, with this communication, going to help settle the waters of this emotional upheaval that occurred sometime last year for you. Six of Pentacles, there's the restoration. There's the restoration of the equilibrium. It's like now the energy isn't so electrically charged, and it starts to now de-escalate. Okay? So, oh, look. Bottom of the deck, Emperor twice. So now we have this, it's more of an energy of each of you stepping into your sovereignty and really overcoming the impulse to react, and more realizing that the other person set some boundaries in that transaction. So now don't push those limits. That's what I'm really getting out of this. And so now you're going to align your actions with that new set of boundaries, with that new understanding of what they're willing to tolerate, or what you're willing to tolerate. All right, I'm going to pull from the Buddha Doodles. Let's just see. I feel like there's a positive energy coming from here. And let's see what comes through. I feel like there's something, a very positive message to end this reading on, and I want to see what that is. That's a card I may look at. Let's see. Time heals, and a good rest is half the work. I feel like this has been a pause in the relationship to give it a rest, to allow some time to kind of heal this Three of Swords energy, this Ten of Swords energy. But now we have an opportunity to understand somebody else's limits and boundaries and be able to move forward without that, impulsive, rash reaction. So I feel like there's a lot of healing taking place here. I would expect some sort of a message, some sort of communication. I feel like it's going to be like a text message or an email. But I feel like this is a relationship that kind of abruptly ended with a fiery episode last year between March and September. Okay, I hope that helps. Please leave me a comment if it does. I do ask that if you liked this video, if you would hit that like button, and if you're willing, possibly hit that subscribe button while you're out there, and that way you can have access to all of my content and all of these messages to help guide you through the energies so that you can respond instead of react. On that note, my lovely friends, I am going to close out this reading, wishing you a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribing to my channel, and your very kind comments. I hope you found this video helpful. Please check out my other videos for other messages that will help you enhance your spiritual well-being. I'm Elle, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, my dear friends, namaste.